Hey, it's Brian with Legit Betting Edge, and in today's video, we're going to talk about how to win more bets. And the key to doing that is to become a better loser, a more efficient loser. So how does that work? You may have an idea, but let's go through 5 points of how to win more bets by becoming a better loser. Point number 1, bet less on the games that you bet. Now, you want to have some skin in the game. Otherwise, you may not study as hard. You may not look as deep. You may not try as hard. You may not take this whole betting game seriously unless you have some skin in the game. So you want to bet less money so you have skin in the game, but not so much that when you lose, it throws you completely out of whack. Okay? So let's say you are betting games. You bet $5 a game. Okay? What you want to do is just stay at that $5 level. You don't need a big bankroll for that, obviously, right? You're learning without a bankroll, essentially, how to lose and how you might win. So that's going to give you permission to make your bets, to not worry about it. When you lose, you'll be like, oh, it's only $5, but it's still skin in the game. It's still skin in the game. Okay? That's number 1. Number 2, track what you're looking at to make plays. Now, what this means is when you make a play, when you determine which side you're going to go with, I'm assuming if you're trying to make money in this business down the road, you're looking at some key stats. You're doing some looking, always looking at the same things. This isn't some arbitrary thing where you have a hunch or you got a gut feel where you're going to make a bet. You want to be looking at some key stats at the minimum to start out. I don't know what they are. I know what I look at, but I'm just talking, you've made a bet before. If you're watching this video, I'm assuming you made a bet before, and there are things that you've looked at. Now, what you want to do is be looking at those same things each time you make a bet. And you're using those things to determine which side you're going to play, right? And so what those things are going to do over time is they're going to be, you're going to see them, you're going to process them, you're going to put them in your brain. And if you're tracking them and hopefully writing them down or putting them in a spreadsheet, if you're doing that, you're going to see some kind of repetition, some kind of patterns form time and again. Now, you may not see them right away because you're green, but eventually you will see some patterns within what you're tracking. Okay, so you want to make sure you are doing this consistently and these aren't arbitrary things. So track everything that you're using to make a play over and over and over and over again. Okay, so that's that. Number 3, go back into your things, into your tracking, whatever you use to track, go back, after you lose a game, go back into what you used to make a play and look at what you might have missed. Okay, what you're doing here is you're basically going back and researching and saying, this team didn't win. Is there something that I can see in the statistics or the data that you looked at to create that play, to come to the decision, first of all? Where in there did you mess up? Where in there should you have seen something different? This is very important. You want to go back into that data. You want to research that data. And you want to make sure that you're looking for indicators, and you may not see it right away, but you want to go back in and you want to take a look at, hey, I missed this. Is there something here that could have given me an indicator that the other team was going to win? Was I biased on this other team for a reason? Should I have looked at something else? These are the kinds of things, the questions that formulate in your head. When you're doing this consistently, you're gonna gain some insight. This is natural insight that you're gonna gain by doing this over and over again. So you wanna, number 2, obviously going back, you wanna write everything down, or you wanna do the same thing. Don't be arbitrary. And number 3, go back on that data, take a look at that data after you lose. Now listen, you've only lost $5 or a few bucks on this, so you're not super pissed, right? There's no reason to go drinking and killing yourself after you lose because you're pissed you lost $1,000 on a game that you knew nothing about, right? So this is what you're doing here. This is the activity that's going to allow you to go back in. It's going to allow you to take a look at it, be a little more objective, take the emotion out of it because you're not betting as much, and just kind of move forward with it with kind of maybe some insight for the next time this particular situation shows up for you. It's all situational. Everything's situational. Okay, number 4, use frustration to become more focused on your craft. So losing sucks. Losing anything sucks. A guy like me, I'm super competitive, right? I'm a poor loser. So I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose again. I will lose again because losing is part of it, right? But I don't want to lose again. So every time I lose, even if it's $5, like, man, I can't be doing that. I got to win. I got to win. What did I miss, right? This is all spurring you to become more focused, to spend a little more time on your craft. Maybe add another piece of data to your formula that you're using, right? And again, this is not, you don't have to build some huge model. You just be looking at some data, and maybe you have to add another piece of data. I did this many, many times when I first started out, and I was like, no, I need something more. This is not enough. It's not showing me enough. And you add another piece of data, right? And you don't add too much at a time, because then you don't know, it's too much to look at. One thing at a time, one thing at a time, one thing at a time, and use these losses to fuel that focus. Use that frustration to fuel that focus so that you lose less and you win more, right? This is obviously, you want to win more bets. Number 5, and this is just kind of, you're not really in the betting realm with this, but lead a balanced life, okay? So I know guys who bet games. As a matter of fact, I did a poll on Twitter about this and asked, what do you do when you lose games? Most of the guys say, I drink myself and go to bed. I hit the booze and go right to bed after you lose a game. That's not something you want to do. That's not something you want to do if you want to get really good in the long haul. Now, if you want to escape, hey, I get that. Sometimes you got to escape, right? But what you want to do is you want to balance things out. Don't let that frustration drive you into a bunch of booze, so you can't put together. Next morning you're totally discombobulated, and you're bound to make the same mistake on the next game with the same type of scenario. So you want to avoid that. You want to work out if you can, right? Working out, balanced diet keeps your energy levels up, and you want to make sure you're keeping your energy levels as high as they possibly can, because when you're looking at data to make plays, you need focus and you need endurance and you need to hang in there. So whether you're young or old, if you're living a balanced life, if you're not destroying yourself, if you're adding value to your life every day with a workout, good nutrition, minimizing the alcohol, and basically keeping the drama low in your life, that's a factor too, right? You're able to hone in on what you're doing here, and you'll see more things faster. You'll gain more insight quicker. And that's what you want. You want to become a better loser, a more efficient loser, so you can win more games faster. My headset's coming out. So that's it. Let's go through it one more time, okay? You're going to bet less on games. You're going to minimize your losses so your frustration isn't so great you lose your mind. You're going to track all your stats or whatever you're looking at to gather information to make your play. You're going to do this. You're going to be uniform here. You're going to look at the same stuff every time you make a bet, so that you're seeing pattern recognition, right? Now, when you lose a game, you're going to go back into that data. You're going to review that data so to see, hey, what did I miss? Is there something here? Was there a number? Was there an indicator? Was there something here that I could have seen that would have avoided that loss? That's that there. And you'll gain insights on that, right? And number 4, use that frustration of losing to focus more, to use more energy, to hone in on what you're doing, spend more time on it, look at more detailed stuff, think about it longer so that you can get better faster. And number 5, just lead a balanced life. Don't destroy yourself on drugs, alcohol, eating, drama. Try to minimize all that stuff so that you can be more energetic, and it helps you be more efficient going forward. So all this stuff will accumulate. You'll gain momentum as you go, and this stuff will help you become a better loser so you can win more bets. Okay, if you like this video, hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. Subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment in the comment section if you want to see me do a video on something, or if you have something that you want to say about this video. I hope you liked it, and I'll talk to you again in the next video. Thanks for watching.